woman impacted your life?
Yes, in the work that I do, I think being a woman, I think we'd be extremely powerful. I think we're determined, and I think and that's good because we can help others to have confidence and self-esteem in themselves and encourage. I think that's really important, and I think women do it well.
I think as a woman, working in the community, sometimes people tend to think that somebody was a sort of a do-gooder. But really, I'm very passionate and committed to the work that I do. And I think as a woman, sometimes we think of the little extra bits, I think, and the softer side that people will need, and we're quite, empathic and tuned in, I think.
So this is the first day of the shoot. We're going to say hello to our lovely production team. Hi Katie. Hi Vicky. Setting up the sound. And here we have Tony setting up the camera. Hi Tony. This is Bex. Say hello. Hi.
My name is Libby Jones. I'm the Chief Executive of New Pathways. New Pathways deals with the trauma caused by rape and sexual abuse. We're a counselling organisation and support organisation, and we have the SARCs that we manage. In 2005 we put one in Merthyr, 2006 we put one in Risca, 2007 we did Carmarthen, and 2008 we just put one in Swansea. And what we're trying to do is to meet the needs right across Wales if we can.
What activities do you offer?
One-to-one counselling for women and children, children's therapy and play groups. We've got a deaf and hard of hearing project. We work with probation. We do a lot of training. We work with police, and our partnerships are with all other organisations.
We've come to Lewis to speak to Margaret Williams, who runs a group called Stay Young at Heart for people aged 50 plus.
My name is Margaret Williams. We started this group for older people of the Bydlennog ward so that they'd have somewhere to go to meet other people and to associate with other people, and also to do learning, because we are mostly an educational group.
Our journey then took us to Penrhyn to speak to Wendy Gain. She's worked with diabetes for the last 30 years. We've came along today to watch a peer support group.
I'm Wendy Gain. I'm the coordinator for diabetes peer support in Wales. I received an MBE in the year 2000 for services to diabetes in Wales. I've developed many programmes for people with diabetes on self-management. We've developed carers programmes and programmes for people with type 1 and type 2 diabetes. And we've also developed programmes for people in the workplace as well. I'm very committed in my work with people with diabetes, and I'm absolutely passionate about community involvement, and I feel you've got to be right in the community to know what the people need and want.
I've always done community work. I was working with young children in Scouts and Beavers and things like that, and then I started on the helpline for women-centred counselling in Merthyr. And in the community, I think we need to make sure that they trust what we're doing, to have confidence in coming to an organisation like this and knowing that they'll be held in the correct way.
How have you been since the last time I saw you?
All right.
My role, I'm an ISVA, Independent Sexual Violence Advisor, and I support victims of sexual abuse and rape, from just talking right through to court. I support them through court cases, help with any organisations that they need to get in touch with, anything really that they need, we support them through it.
One of the main things I think is to be a good listener, because as I said, it's very important when you're developing your services to go out in the community and listen to what the people actually want. And you know, on occasions we've had to go back to basics really, and that's the way I feel that policy should in Wales be developed, by listening to the people and then building your policy around that, rather than let's come out with a policy and we hope the community is going to take it on board, because it really doesn't work that way.
In Trelwys and Bydlenog, we've got very little going on for the older people of the borough.
Yeah.
They seem to do a lot for the youngsters these days. They've got a lot of things going, but nothing for the older people. And so I think it's good to have somewhere where they can go on a Monday afternoon, have a chat, learn something, and have a cup of tea and a biscuit or something, you know.
To give it a talk, and then we go from that.
We do a bit of everything, you know. We do gardening, we do flower arranging, exercises, cookery, well, you name it. We do it all. History. If anybody's interested in anything and we can get a speaker to come and talk to us, we will do. I met the speaker we got today in a neighbourhood watch meeting up in Merthyr. That's how I got to know this one.
And what do they think of Western women out there? Oh, we're all towns. But having said that, they only know, most of them only know Western life from what they see in a film.
What we're finding is, you're widowed and you're on your own. Now, one of my members in there will tell you, Christine, she comes here and she makes friends, and it's surprising how many friendships have been formed, and lasting friendships, through coming to a group like this, you know. So I mean, it's encouraging to get people who are left on their own to come along and make friends. I know it's hard in the beginning, but once they come, they're a very friendly group and they do make friends.
What's the most rewarding part of your work?
To see someone that's come in who looks extremely broken, you know, in their lives, because it affects every part of somebody's life, and to see that person go out from the organisation with the confidence and the self-esteem that they need, and a smile on their face, and that's all we need.
But I'm absolutely passionate that people with a condition should be involved in their own condition, but also in getting the right services for those people as well. Because I think there's no better person to know about diabetes than the patient. We live with it on a daily basis. What we've found is that we've constantly have to make sure that communities and the people living within those communities have the best healthcare possible for this condition.
Together, we try to get together, an old group and a younger group, to see what we can do for each other, you know, because I think the older people got the knowledge and they can pass on the information to the younger group. So I'd like to get together with the youth.
You know, children do inspire me, I have to say, because I'm determined that we will improve services for them so that they will have a better tomorrow. I think as a woman, sometimes we think of the little extra bits, I think, and the softer side that people will need, and be quite, you know, empathic and tuned in, I think.
Being a woman, I think we can be extremely powerful. I think we're determined, and I think and that's good, because we can help others to have confidence and self-esteem in themselves.
In